I'm just going to get right into it. It was funny that they chose a church in which to hold the filming, a stately old church with those unyieldingly hard pews, and the soft light streaming through elaborate stained glass, suffusing the place with a warm glow, benevolent light. Churches are foreign to me. The cult meetings I grew up tyrannized by were held in rented halls, which smelled like sickness and dust. Those rooms were cold and austere. As I settled in and surrendered to the interview, a line from my beloved Joni Mitchell song Hejira came to mind. In the church they light the candles. And later on, as I carefully tried to sort the surreal experience and to digest it all in manageable bits, those words came to me. St. Philip's. In the church that day, witnessed by the eyes and ears of strangers and allies, I told the story, my story. In the church that day, the candles of memory were lit. Outside, the day was cold, the air damp and gray. But the tiny golden lights of my truth were warm. I had things to say. In the church that day, I told the story, pulling the recollections from the clouds of my mind, so long blocked. As my voice quavered, and at times there were tears, the camera rolled, and the flames unseen flickered away my fears. My story not once wavered. The strange traumas hidden by a skewed nostalgia were unearthed, and I felt the scabs come off like onion peels, and I felt heard and almost healed. In the church that day, it all came to light. That's one. Here's one I wrote the other night. Try to write a poem without using poemy words, said my stern and impatient mind to another part of my mind, the student. Just be prosaic. Be a mosaic. Don't use words like haunting or lonely or soul, but by all means write still from yours. Don't use lazy words. Use crazy words. Words like prevaricate, adroit, and juggernaut. Try to use jagged words, painful, ragged words, hangnail words that scratch and catch on things, and tickle words that discomfort. Try some made-up words, as you've been known to do, and use words that are real, for those are tried and true. Stop trying to recreate the verbal caress that your body never feels. Use words that are sharp, a slap to your face, to jar you back to what's real. To a non-rhyming world, this not-so-poetic place. And then let those forlorn other words softly sift, drift, and soothe you back into that familiar cave where there is a haunting hum and an echo filling the void with words like sad, soul, and hush, words like lonely and brave. Needs some editing, but that's an example of the way I write. And I have hundreds of them. I'm thinking of reciting maybe 2 a day. They kind of show all my different states of mind and moods. This lighting is really harsh. Ooh, that's even worse. That's better. All right, guys, I've got a fever of about 101. I just checked it. I took my NyQuil, and aren't you glad I shared that with you? My sickness. In sickness and in health, we shall be friends. Love you guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.